Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Dahlia. Today we are back on Cozy Oak, my all squirrel autumnal island, working on a new build. Today is going to be a villager's little neighborhood, or part one of the neighborhood, because I am going to be continuing it with a couple of other villagers that I do not have yet. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Make sure to like the video and comment down below if you enjoy. And yeah, without further ado, let's head over to the area that we're going to be working on and we'll get started with today's video. Now we're going to be continuing the build from my last video, which if you haven't seen already, I made a transition space for Marshall as well as worked on Marshall's house. And today we're going to be working on this cliff area and we're going to be building up another cliff for another villager's home. And yeah, that is what we're doing. We're going to be building two villagers' homes that are new to the island, Blair and Callie. They're actually two of the last villagers that I will be inviting from Treasure Islands. I feel like from now on I'm going to have to do some villager hunting because there's some villagers I don't have amiibos for and that are not traditionally found on Treasure Islands because they're not as popular, I guess you could say, quotations around the word popular, because I like these villagers. You just traditionally don't find some of them on Treasure Island, like Ricky and Tasha. But yeah, anyways, so I customized Blair and Callie's houses, as you guys saw. Gave them the same exteriors, but I kept Blair's house roof and door darker just to match her exterior as her, like, because she is like a darker, like grayish black kind of squirrel. And then for Callie's, you will see I gave her a lighter roof color and then also gave her, like, I think a white or beige looking roof and door, just because it matches her exterior as well. Basically they're like matching, but like also like kind of different. So I just built up the cliff that we're going to be housing Callie's house, and then I'm going to place her house. I kept the position of both of their houses quite similar and close to each other. There is a little bit of a distance, but I wanted their houses to kind of flow quite closely to each other, even though they're on different cliffs. And then I'm placing the incline again. And yeah, that was basically it. I wanted to get all of the building quotations around that as well, the building portions out of the way, so that we can just start working on the pathing and then all the other fun stuff, you know. So I'm placing the pathing down. We're doing the dirt path, of course, that I'm using across this entire island. If you have any questions about the custom designs, everything's linked in the description. And then for both Blair and Callie's houses, I'm throwing down this little deck for both of them. I keep their builds for their houses and like the decorations around them very similar too. I wanted everything to just kind of flow and match really nicely, just to kind of differentiate this build from like the previous build I made for Marshall. Like Marshall's house is a separate section, and then you have Blair and Callie's houses looking cute and cozy together. They're little neighbors.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
But yeah, we're placing the dirt path down and then placing the deck for both of them. And I didn't exactly know how big this build was going to be. I do extend the cliff behind Callie's house quite a bit. And like I said at the beginning of the build, I'm probably going to be including probably one more villager in this area, maybe even two. I'm definitely thinking Hazel. A part of me is debating why I didn't just add her in the build to start with, but I didn't want this to be too big of a build, so I kept it simple with just two villagers. So we'll continue with her house probably in the second portion of this build. And then I also, as you guys can see, have my Blather's tent area to work on that's directly beside here. That's probably going to be quite a big build. I want to give him a similar build to what I did on my one of the spring islands I did a couple years ago. I gave him this like really cool kind of sunken dig site And I kind of want to recreate that in a fall setting because that one, like I said, was in the springtime. So that is definitely something I will see probably doing, if not in the next video, then in the one following. But yeah, I'm planting a bunch of trees and I love this island. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is an island. If you know me, you know I know that I love the squirrels. Love the squirrels. They're my favorite species in the game. Some of my favorite characters are the squirrel villagers like Marshall and Poppy. The one thing I hate about this island is the amount of trees I have to plant. Like, I'm getting to the point where like I'm pressing record and I'm like, how much of this do I really have to show? Because it's just so many trees. It's so many trees, so many different heights, and it takes so long to plant them and like to figure out kind of like the positioning of them. Same with like the shrubs that I'm planting here. Like, I break apart a lot of this footage just because I wanted to keep this video at a good length. Because if I showed you guys all the footage I have of me planting shrubs and trees, we'd be here for hours, and you guys don't want to see me planting trees and shrubs for hours. I don't want to have to edit a video that's 3 hours of planting trees and shrubs, and I feel that you wouldn't want to see that. Maybe you would.
Oh, come on. I mean, who really wants to sit here and listen to me yap about bridges for an hour? Really?
Like, I'm someone who likes watching long YouTube videos, but like, it has to be entertaining, and I'm not that entertaining to listen to. That's why a lot of my videos are now like 10 minutes long, because there's only so much talking I can do that makes it sound entertaining. I hope you're finding this entertaining. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. You guys like my voice apparently, so let me know if you want longer videos. But right now, this is a good sweet spot for me. This like time, Anyways, as I was rambling, I made a little area with the storefronts just to kind of look like probably like a little garden shed area, and I'm doing another one like right here. I feel like I like these little small sections where I'm including gardening and like cute cozy pieces that are not just like creating another picnic area or another sitting area. This is a very woodland, cozy garden. Think of other nature words, island. So I think including a bunch of areas that just incorporate garden items are very on theme and kind of break apart the more natural like spaces, because a lot of this island of course is very natural with like the trees, the shrubs, the flowers, even like the mush items that I'm using on this island, because I'm using like the mush stools and like the lamps. I feel like it kind of just blends a little bit more seamlessly into the nature vibe that I'm going for. So including some actual furniture items in a couple of spaces, I think breaks apart like the nature. If you understand, if you get that, do you get that? I feel like you get that. But anyways, we're now working on Blair's house a little bit. I planted some trees around her house, and now we're working on her little sitting area. Now I wanted to keep her sitting area and her house simple, so I didn't want to do anything too crazy. I knew I was going to do some storefronts, so I did some storefronts to the side of her house, and then for both her and Callie, I'm going to do a little sitting area with petite cozy, and then some additional items just kind of like surrounding her house. I feel like the main item I'm using surrounding both of their houses and other villagers' homes has been like the barrels, like the pirate barrels, just because the colorway is like so perfect. I've said this before. I've already said my praises for the pirate barrels in the past, but they're like my favorite just because the color is more like rustic, so it's perfect for like more natural islands, because I feel like the actual barrel itself is too light of a brown for me, and I love the pirate barrel, and the fact that there's like a sideways version too. I think it makes it more diverse and allows more unique uses for it, I guess, if that makes if that makes any sense. But anyways, like as you guys saw, I placed the items around Blair's house, and now I'm doing the same thing for Callie. I basically did the same build for both of them to the left of their houses, and then for the right side I changed them up a little bit. Callie, I threw a couple of book items and like the garden wagon, and then because I did have this little section next to Callie's house, not to like show favoritism to her.
If you're saying I play favorites, you're wrong. I love all my children equally.
I gave her a tiny little vegetable garden. I do something similar to Blair's house because the front of her house still has sections I could work on, but I just did some tomatoes and carrots, and it's cute and very simple and tiny, and I like it. And then we're throwing a couple of more gardening items around the area just to add a little bit more detail. And yeah, nothing too fancy, but I really like how this little area turned out. I like making tiny little mini gardens and vegetable gardens if I can, and I love how that little one turned out. But yeah, that is everything for today's video. I really hope you guys liked it. I think this area turned out so cute, and I'm loving working on this island again. I feel like I have my inspo back after taking a little bit of time off. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed as well. If you haven't already, make sure to drop a like on the video, comment a squirrel emoji down below if you made it to the end. And yeah, subscribe if you are new here. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an excellent day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!